Freedom is not born from indulgence, it is forged. What most men call freedom is merely the absence of resistance, the license to drift, to obey impulse, to submit to appetite. Machiavelli understood this illusion well. In the Discourses, he observed that a people who cannot govern themselves will inevitably be governed by others. The same law rules the individual. Where discipline is absent, domination enters, first by desire, then by circumstance, finally by another man's will. Discipline is structure imposed by reason upon chaos. It is not punishment, it is design. The disciplined man does not ask, "What do I feel like doing?" He asks, "What must be done to preserve my strength, my position, my future?" In this sense, discipline is sovereignty. To rule oneself is the first and hardest dominion. Machiavelli wrote that men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. The undisciplined man is ruled by both, seeking love through approval and fearing discomfort above all. The disciplined man transcends this trap. He learns to endure discomfort voluntarily, thereby neutralizing fear. When pain no longer governs you, neither do other men. Modern minds misunderstand freedom because they confuse it with ease. Ease weakens. What is weak becomes dependent. Dependence is the enemy of freedom. Discipline reverses this chain. By choosing hardship, waking early, training the body, mastering a craft, restraining speech, you reduce your need for external rescue. You become difficult to control. There is also a political truth here. Machiavelli warned that republics decay when citizens pursue pleasure over virtue. Replace republic with self, and the lesson sharpens. When you indulge every impulse, your internal state fragments. You become inconsistent, unreliable, and therefore powerless. Power requires predictability, first to yourself, then to others. Discipline creates internal order. Order creates clarity. Clarity enables decisive action. This is the progression from chaos to freedom. The man who can command his time, his energy, and his reactions is free even in constraint. The man who cannot is enslaved even in abundance. Thus, discipline is not the enemy of freedom, it is its foundation. Without it, freedom collapses into weakness disguised as choice. With it, even limitation becomes leverage. Power begins where excuses end. Machiavelli never romanticized human nature. He described men as ungrateful, fickle simulators and deceivers, avoiders of danger, greedy for gain. This is not cynicism, it is realism. The disciplined man accepts this truth and applies it inward first. He assumes his own mind will betray him unless governed. Self-mastery is the most underestimated form of power because it is invisible. No applause accompanies restraint. No crowd celebrates consistency. Yet Machiavelli knew that lasting power is quiet. It does not announce itself. It positions itself. When you lack discipline, your life becomes reactive. You respond to moods, messages, temptations, and provocations. Reaction is submission. The disciplined man acts from principle, not impulse. He is slow to anger, measured in speech, deliberate in movement. This composure unsettles others because it signals control. Machiavelli advised princes to appear merciful, faithful, humane, sincere, but to be ready to act otherwise when necessary. Discipline is what makes this possible. Without it, you are what you feel. With it, you are what the moment requires. Consider how discipline reshapes time. The undisciplined man wastes it and then panics. The disciplined man allocates it and therefore commands it. Time is power. Those who control their schedules control their lives. Those who do not live at the mercy of interruptions. There is also a strategic dimension. Discipline allows you to delay gratification, which gives you leverage. You can walk away. You can wait. You can endure silence. In negotiations, relationships, and conflict, this patience is decisive. As Machiavelli implied, Fortune favors those prepared to meet her violence with discipline. Self-mastery is not about moral purity. It is about effectiveness. Stoic restraint, when fused with Machiavellian realism, produces a man who is neither naive nor reckless. He is grounded, observant, and difficult to manipulate. Power over others is fragile without power over self. The disciplined man may choose to lead or to withdraw, to speak or to remain silent, but the choice is his. That is freedom in its most concrete form. Desire promises freedom but delivers dependence. Fear promises safety but delivers paralysis. Machiavelli understood that these two forces govern most human behavior. Discipline is the counterweight to both. The undisciplined man obeys desire first. He eats when bored, speaks when emotional, consumes when empty. Each indulgence strengthens the chain. Over time, he cannot resist even when resistance would serve him. His freedom becomes predictable, and predictability invites control. Fear operates more subtly. Fear of rejection, poverty, failure, or discomfort causes men to compromise principles long before they are tested. Machiavelli noted that men will more readily offend one who makes himself loved than one who makes himself feared, because fear is sustained by discipline. This is not a call to cruelty, but to firmness. Discipline teaches you to tolerate internal discomfort, so external threats lose power. When you can endure hunger, solitude, silence, and effort, the world has fewer weapons against you. Stoicism reinforces this truth. The Stoics trained themselves to distinguish between what is within their control and what is not. Discipline sharpens this boundary. You stop trying to control outcomes and focus on controlling preparation, response, and conduct. This creates emotional independence. Machiavelli's realism aligns here. Fortune controls half of human affairs. The other half is governed by virtue, strength, discipline, adaptability. The man without discipline is at fortune's mercy. The disciplined man bends without breaking. Desire weakens judgment. Fear accelerates submission. Discipline slows both. It creates space between impulse and action. In that space lies freedom. This is why disciplined men appear calm in crisis. They have rehearsed discomfort. They are not surprised by adversity. They anticipated it. As Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be prepared for adversity before it arrives." Freedom, then, is not the absence of pressure. It is the capacity to function under pressure without losing command of oneself. No man can command others who cannot command himself. Authority is recognized, not declared. It emerges from consistency, restraint, and competence, all products of discipline. Machiavelli emphasized appearance because appearance signals order. A ruler who appears unstable invites rebellion. Likewise, a man whose habits are chaotic inspires neither trust nor respect. Discipline aligns inner order with outer presentation. This does not require perfection. It requires reliability, showing up when you said you would, speaking only when you have weighed your words, acting decisively once you commit. These behaviors accumulate authority quietly. Discipline also governs speech. Machiavelli warned against revealing intentions too early. The disciplined man listens more than he speaks. He gathers information while others expose themselves. Silence becomes a tool. In leadership, discipline prevents favoritism and emotional decision-making. In personal life, it prevents self-betrayal. When your actions align with your stated values, your confidence stabilizes. Others sense this alignment instinctively. Authority is fragile when built on charisma alone. Charisma fades, discipline endures. It allows you to maintain standards even when inconvenient. This consistency is rare, and rarity commands respect. The disciplined man does not chase validation. This detachment increases his influence. Those who seek approval are controlled by those who grant it. Those who do not are free to act strategically. Thus, discipline transforms authority from something you demand into something you embody. Modern culture sells indulgence as liberation. Remove limits, follow passion, reject structure. Machiavelli would recognize this as decadence, the prelude to decline. A state that abandons discipline invites conquest. A man who abandons discipline invites chaos. Freedom without discipline collapses into compulsion. You do not choose, you react. Algorithms, cravings, and moods dictate your behavior. This is not autonomy, it is exposure. Machiavelli warned that corruption begins when laws lose force. In the self, corruption begins when rules dissolve. Discipline restores law internally. It defines boundaries and enforces them without negotiation. There is a cost. Discipline requires sacrifice. Comfort must be rationed. Pleasure delayed. Ego restrained. But the alternative cost is higher: dependence, anxiety, and loss of agency. The disciplined man understands trade-offs. He gives up short-term pleasure for long-term leverage. He accepts temporary constraint to avoid permanent submission. Freedom is not found by removing all walls, but by choosing which walls to build. Discipline is not a phase, it is a posture. Machiavelli advised adapting to changing times while maintaining core strength. Discipline enables this adaptability. It stabilizes the man as circumstances shift. Over time, discipline compounds. Habits harden into character. Character shapes destiny. What begins as effort becomes identity. The disciplined man no longer debates whether to act. He acts. This is the highest freedom. Not endless choice, but decisive clarity. Machiavelli wrote that fortune is a woman who favors the bold. Boldness without discipline is recklessness. Discipline without boldness is stagnation. Together they create controlled aggression, the capacity to advance without self-destruction. The world does not reward intentions, it rewards execution. Discipline turns intention into action repeatedly, quietly, relentlessly. In the end, freedom belongs to those who can say no to others, to circumstances, and most importantly, to themselves. That refusal is not weakness, it is mastery. Discipline is the foundation of freedom because it makes you ungovernable from within.